So, it appears that just due to the temp agency being, well, incompetent, my employment is, how can I explain? It's not necessarily gone in that I am necessarily fired, but let's just say that unless something drastically changes in the, employment and what have you, I am going to be, requesting that I no longer work there. Because it gave me the wrong address, which was grossly incompetent of them in my rather humble opinion. And they, never bothered phoning me back with the correct address, or even if I am simply expected to show up to work today, so I have no idea if I am even expected at this new employment today, and even if I was, I simply do not know where it is I am supposed to go. So yeah, fun in that. So what I am going to be doing is either phoning them when their office hours are open, because, well, the place they wanted me to work, it's the overnight shift, so by the time that I've sort of arrived home, excuse me, I was sent straight to bed. Well, sorry, I sent myself straight to bed. And didn't bother phoning them in when I was able to talk to whoever the hell it is I'm supposed to be talking to. Joys of being a temp anyways. I am, going to be phoning them, if not tomorrow, sometime during the office hours, this week, and just not necessarily trying to give them shit, because I'd like to, stay in their good graces, even though they certainly don't deserve it, but, I am going to be requesting that I no longer be employed in Burlington, if this is the, kind of stunts they're gonna pull on me. The, travel by bus over an hour and a half plus the 2 hours, only to, show up to the wrong location. That's kind of gross incompetency in my rather unhumble opinion. What I will be doing tomorrow, even if I don't phone the temp agency, is phoning up the job I was hoping to get through the temp agency, Canadian Linen. Sorry, not phoning up, but applying in person again, and just simply not outright demanding, because I really don't have the authority to outright demand anything, but pretty much ensuring that management gets my resume for sure, as in handed indirectly to management. Not rely on someone who works there, who knows who I am, and wants me hired there, or relying on giving it to the secretary and having that issue all over again. I want to make sure that I hand it in directly to him, so he doesn't have the excuse of never having received it. Because that is apparently his excuse to this day. He's never received it, and they've handed it in there, plus references. Twice. So they're, you know, kind of miffed about that whole situation. But alas, worst case scenario, I can always go back to the past life. I guess would prefer not to, because the past place is a horrible place to work, whether you're hired there full-time or temporary. Even the people who are there permanently at the pasta place obviously don't want to work at the pasta place. And that just makes for oh so insufferable work conditions in my experience. It's not necessarily the work I hate, it's the people and their attitude. As the people just simply have a shitty attitude in regards to being there, kind of makes for an insufferable place to work, you know? So I really don't want to work at a place where everybody is that miserable and insufferable because it, you know, we're thin. Whereas it's a place I want to be in, it's only one person, possibly two if they find somebody to work with us, but all things considered, they likely never will. But yeah, you know. Do what you gotta do. And I gotta, you know. Like, I don't have to work, I can always just rely on other sources of income which are more passive. Because the thing is, I get enough money through my pension so I honestly don't need to work to survive, but I do need to work to thrive, you know? And I am just let's just say I am tired of living below the poverty line. Like, I'm not necessarily dirt poor, but I'm definitely below the poverty line. And I'd like to try to improve my situation to where I can at least be a little bit well off, you know? Something where I don't have to worry about if I buy this or will I be able to afford this. I'd like to be able to know that I can pay my necessary expenses in comfort and still have wiggle room left over to afford some luxury items and luxury expenses. But right now I just simply don't. I just simply don't right now. So I'd let you know. Something where like I can afford my Netflix without having to worry about credit card bills or rent. Because as it is right now, I'm not going to be able to pay my Netflix account because of this kind of fiasco of what happened in the job I was expected to be working yesterday. And that's kind of a deal breaker for me, you know, especially considering it's supposed to be a steady work. Damn it. And that's a game over too, isn't it? I got a game over in a Kirby game. Yeah, I'll continue. Got a game over in a Kirby game. Laugh at my incompetence and misery. How long have I been recording? Not that long, so you know what? I'm going to do a fail and end it here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.